Okay, so this is my video. I just wanted to make a quick update because I brought Rush to the vet today, and they are so just. If you have money, they'll you know, I mean, they're not gonna just be completely outright you know malicious or anything to anybody, but they're very they're very subtle in their ways, and now I'm saying there, and I'm grouping every person there together, but they're all obviously different. Um, I went in, and first of all, I was I had an appointment for a certain time, and I was about 15 minutes late, and I even called to let them know I was going to be late. And first they told me when I had showed up there that they wouldn't see me, and then they said they might. Um, they gave me a came back out with a form. First they said they had to go and see this nurse person. Goes in and they don't let you talk. It's like I can't talk directly to the doctor or the vet. Doctor, who's the vet. I have to keep going through this. Granted, she's busy, but I think if the doctor is scheduling people, or having people scheduled, she should personally come out and speak with them. I understand they have a reception nurse person, but who's more or less a receptionist than a nurse, so that's why I put quotations like that around nurse. Okay, so basically, I got there. They don't I mean, that's ridiculous that you can't just see the doctor at this place. That they keep having this reception nurse person run in and out, and so she says, we don't know if you would be able to be seen because you're 15 minutes. She said, this is the term, considerably late. You're considerably late. It's 15 minutes. I understand they have a schedule and they have a shift and all that. But still. So she goes in, and then she comes out with a form that has a list of tests. Instead of just having the basic, and they did this last time. Last time I was in there for the checkup for them, instead of just the basic stuff, they're piling on this stuff like it's nobody's business, and then they're charging just outrageous prices. So she came out with a form that had $400 worth of stuff, and that was just a check. All she really needed was a urinalysis, which just means she pees in a cup and they test it. So that's all she really needed. So I told them it had all these other tests, and if they had just done the urinalysis, they would have been able to determine the course of action from there, and then they could have added other tests if necessary. They didn't. They came out with a list of everything already on there, and then wanted me to pay it right there. They told me if I could not pay, that she could not be seen. They did. I then asked myself. Of course, the whole time talking to the nurse, she was very impatient. She was looking at her. She must have looked at her watch about 5 to 10 times during the 5 to 10 minutes that I was talking to her, if it was even that. So when prompted, when I asked, can she just have a urinalysis, they said, the nurse lady said, yes, went back into the doctor, of course, because, she was constantly running back and forth. So she finally came back out with, instead of 400, this time it was half, and it was 200. It wasn't just the urinalysis. There were still other urine tests on there and other things that could have waited till the initial urinalysis test. So, and there was, she had to add a fee for a checkup fee just to be looked at, which apparently just for bringing them in, it's one fee. Anyways, altogether, the cheapest just to test her urine was 200, and the blood spots have gone away today, and though she has urinated, I haven't seen the blood, so, or whatever the hell that was. So it's really good. It's a really good thing that for that. So I don't even think it's a urinary problem in the first place. However, I wouldn't be sure without that test, and then for another test, not the initial 400, which would cover most of their recommended tests, all of the recommended tests. It was more than 400. It was altogether, it was pushing 500 after the checkup fee, and that doesn't include any treatment whatsoever. That's just for them to look at them and take a few tests. So, which did include blood work and stuff, but that's insane. And at regular hospitals, in other words, a human hospital, that would not be tolerated. Simply, if someone can't pay, they can't be refused. But at a veterinary place, apparently, if you can't pay, you can be refused, and that's ridiculous. And the amount that they're charging is ridiculous. And they won't cover. They refuse to provide. They do have this little ridiculous joke of an insurance, which, I say it's a joke, but it's a little off. The various procedures, tests, and checkups and things, but they won't offer that. They won't even offer me that insurance for my cats because they have a pre-existing condition like heart murmur and such. So they won't. They consider them a risk, and they're in their ads. This is for the Benfield Pet Hospital at South Attleboro, PetSmart, and I'm not saying that they often don't do everything they can to help an animal, but there's a lot of things that are done just really bad and set up to be really bad. They won't cover them, such as not covering an animal because it's too much of a risk, and refusing treatment if you can't pay. Those things are just outrageous, and I'll be back with a part 2 to discuss more. See you there.